Let's be honest. The Powerpuff Girl villain known as him is basically the devil Mephisto of the Powerpuff Girls universe. You know Mephisto from Marvel Comics. I kind of think of him as the Mephisto of the Powerpuff Girls universe.
The only safe way to refer to this King of Darkness is simply him.
A mysteriously strong being for no freaking reason. Let's get into it. This being can do everything you can literally think of. Shape shift. He can choose to be as scary as a giant demon or as small as a butterfly. Give himself extra limbs, change size, so he can look down on you. Is able to possess things like what demons do in horror movies, like possessing this toy. You see this phone the Powerpuff Girls are at? He can possess this phone. He's an energy projector. He's got blasts. He can fire from his eyes or even mouth. Can decide to stretch his arms if he wants to, produce heat when he's mad, can generate fire, he can manipulate call down lightning, can make a rainstorm go away, project himself across the whole town at the same time. There's implications he can warp reality. Him simply arriving, every color changes all of a sudden. He made people in Townsville like into zombie-like things. Him literally made some special chalk that when you use it, anything you draw comes to life. You actually see examples of it on how this is some reality warping type chalk. Like these monsters actually came to life. If he doesn't want to fight himself, he could just say, oh, let me just bring a giant monster into town. He's the one always manipulating the Powerpuff Girls getting bad dreams and such, making the dreams basically into a horror movie. He's basically able to watch the Powerpuff Girls on TV like how we, the viewers, are watching them on TV. He can just kind of spy on them from far away, just watching them. We literally see him project every battle the Powerpuff Girls has ever had. Like you can literally watch them like TV shows. He can do some towns-wide mind control to have everybody fight them all at the same time. He seems to have his own pocket universe and he can leave it, enter it at will. Let's analyze his power, shall we? I mean, he can possess things, make objects get big. You can kind of get an idea of his power by the size of the objects he can make and how powerful they can get. Like he can make literal toys the size of buildings, so you know he has to be able to at least lift buildings up, right? Like he's making stuff larger, like house size and building size, stuff he's possessing or controlling. He's manipulating stuff like this. But if you're not convinced, he can literally make himself building size. So you know he has to be able to lift, move around, being thousands of tons just from sheer size alone. Because if you're literally this big, you have to be able to support your own weight moving around being large. So just off of default, he can lift thousands of tons just from him being able to get as big as buildings and such. You can get a true understanding of his strength is the fact that Blossom can't get out of his grip. And we know the stuff that these Powerpuff Girls can lift. When the Powerpuff Girls can't get out of your grip, that lets you know that he's just physically strong too. We know they can lift buildings. Powerpuff Girls like Buttercup can literally lift up somebody that's literally lifting a mountain. And these Powerpuff Girls are the beings that him is restraining, implying he could lift up mountains if he really wanted to, aka millions or billions of tons. No wonder he can create bulls. That's his power that can go through houses, break down buildings and stuff. He can hit hard with his power too. So saying he can level buildings is an oversimplification, and saying he can tremble a mountain is definitely an oversimplification when you look at all this stuff. He's literally restraining beings that can lift mountains and stuff. You know he can hit hard. Honestly, if we're being honest, there's implications he can get larger than mountains, even big as a town, and look over the town. Like you see how he's toying with the clouds and such. But if you still have some doubts about his overall raw power, not only can he blast hit hard enough to damage the Powerpuff Girls, like the Powerpuff Girls literally wailed on him with everything they had, not holding back. I'm talking about they punched this guy so hard and he was smiling and they were sweating afterwards.
Are you finished?
Don't you know you can never beat us?
I've already won.
Him just eating attacks from the Powerpuff Girls is insane considering they over here like working together. We've seen them actually stop a solar flare that was coming from the sun.
Dr. Shank, here is the secret code for the CSD that I am not supposed to give to anybody.
You mean the ignition code for the cosmic singularity degenerator, which when activated will cause a fission reaction, will send a warply sensitive parabolic gamma ray into the cosmos, causing disalignment between all celestial bodies, then of course throwing the Earth out of orbit, sending it hurtling into the sun?
Yes.
We will be reduced to nothing.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Something that was literally causing the Earth to hurtle into the sun, he just casually did a hand gesture and pushed Earth back to normal. This seemed to take zero effort when it comes to his power via his telekinesis, so he can literally move planets. In that image, it actually looked like he moved the sun, but it was really the Earth being tossed into the sun, and he just stopped the Earth from being tossed into the sun and moved it back to normal. Stuff like this implies he could blow away planets or break them in half and stuff. with his blast power or telekinesis or whatever. Him is one of those characters where every power he probably portrayed in the show is not even in his video. He can just do everything you can think of. I mean, he's the guy that made the narrator aggravated, y'all.
Oh, for crying out loud, would you three shut up for once?
Yes, the Powerpuff Girls have a villain that can literally move planets, but do me a favor and like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, respect him, the devil of the Powerpuff Girls universe. And thanks for the donations, y'all. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.